Hey there, forward-thinking policymakers, data enthusiasts, and public service visionaries. Welcome to this very special research deep dive. Today, I'm excited to present another article from Oliver Bodemer's Harnessing Big Data to Forecast and Budget German Public Service Needs, a predictive model for education and pension systems. Germany faces one of the most complex budgeting challenges in Europe: fluctuating birth rates, migration waves, an aging population, and the constant question of how to fund schools, universities, and pensions for the next 25 years. In this video, we explore a powerful, data-driven framework that uses big data and predictive modeling to move from reactive to truly proactive public budgeting. Curious. We'll analyze 4 detailed scenarios, examine real numbers for an average German city, and show exactly how education and pension systems could look in the future. If you care about sustainable public services, smart government planning, or the future of Germany's social infrastructure, this is going to be incredibly valuable. Let's dive deep together. In the abstract, Oliver Bodemer presents a crystal ball-like approach to public budgeting. Instead of relying on last year's numbers, this study uses big data and predictive modeling to simulate 4 realistic 25-year scenarios for Germany. Scenario 0 is the actual situation we're in right now: declining birth rates. Scenario 1 keeps the current birth rate steady. Scenario 2 shows growth through higher birth rates and increased immigration. Scenario 3 explores a sharp decline with very low births and minimal immigration. And Scenario 4 is the dramatic birth rate explosion to 2.6 children per woman. For each scenario, the paper projects concrete numbers for an average German city of 100,000 inhabitants. How many elementary and secondary schools, classes, students, and future workforce entrants we can expect. The core message is powerful. Data-driven foresight can help policymakers avoid surprise crises and make smarter, proactive budget decisions today that will shape the next quarter century of German public services. This is not just theory. It's a practical roadmap for education and pension planning. Germany's budgeting process is uniquely complex because of its federal structure. Public funds are distributed across 16 states, or Länder, each managing its own education system. While this decentralization offers flexibility, it also creates big challenges when demographic shifts hit unevenly. We see overcrowded classrooms in growing urban areas, underfunded schools in rural regions, and pension systems under increasing pressure from an aging population. Reports regularly highlight insufficient classroom space, teacher shortages, and strained pension funds. Traditional budgeting is often reactive, based on last year's spending rather than future needs. This paper shows why that approach is no longer enough. With fluctuating birth rates and migration, governments need forward-looking tools to allocate resources fairly and efficiently across both federal and state levels. Germany is experiencing significant demographic change. Here are the actual birth numbers from 2018 to 2023. 787,523 in 2018, down to 692,989 in 2023, a clear downward trend. Combined with an aging population and varying migration patterns, this creates major long-term pressure. Fewer births today mean fewer students tomorrow, which affects school planning, teacher demand, and eventually the size of the future workforce that will fund pensions. At the same time, longer life expectancy increases the burden on pension and healthcare systems. Migration adds another layer. Sudden inflows constrain urban schools, while outflows leave rural areas with underused facilities. These shifts make traditional static budgeting unreliable. The paper argues that only by integrating real-time demographic data can we plan effectively for education and pensions over the next 25 years. Traditional forecasting relies on historical data and simple trends, but the world is changing too fast for that. Big data changes the game. By combining census data, birth statistics, migration records, economic indicators, and educational enrollment figures, we can run sophisticated predictive models. Oliver uses Monte Carlo simulations and agent based modeling to explore thousands of possible futures. Machine learning techniques like random forests and gradient boosting uncover nonlinear relationships that static models miss. The result? Policymakers get probabilistic forecasts instead of single point guesses. This allows for truly proactive planning, building the right number of schools before overcrowding happens, or adjusting pension contributions before shortfalls appear. Countries like Denmark and Singapore are already using similar approaches with great success. Germany has the data. Now it's time to use it. This study has two clear research questions. First, what is the difference between the current reactive budgeting approach, based on last year's investments, and a modern big data approach that factors in population growth, inflation, and real-time demographic signals? Second, what would an alternate budgeting scenario look like if we integrated data from all ministries? Health Ministry birth data, Education Ministry enrollment data, migration statistics, and analyze them independently of federal or state silos. The objective is to demonstrate how scenario-based predictive modeling can provide concrete, actionable insights for education and pension planning over the next 25 years. By answering these questions with real numbers and 4 detailed scenarios, the paper gives policymakers a practical tool to move from guesswork to evidence-based decisions. The strength of this model lies in its rich data foundation. Key sources include national census data, birth and migration statistics, economic indicators, educational enrollment records, and public service reports. The methodology is multi-layered. Monte Carlo simulations run thousands of iterations under different assumptions about birth rates, immigration, and economic conditions. Agent-based models simulate individual-level decisions. Machine learning models, such as random forests and gradient boosting, identify complex relationships across variables. Data from different ministries is integrated without regard to federal or state boundaries, allowing truly holistic analysis. Models are validated against historical data and cross-validated to ensure reliability. This robust approach gives us high-confidence projections for each scenario. Public services in Germany follow citizens through every life stage. It starts with maternity hospitals and newborn care, followed by birth registration at the Standesamt. Then comes compulsory education from age 6 to 18, elementary, secondary, and the famous dual vocational training system, Ausbildung. Higher education at publicly funded universities comes next. After education, citizens enter the workforce, supported by employment agencies and continuous learning programs. Finally, retirement brings pension payments through the Deutsche Rentenversicherung, plus healthcare and senior services. Every stage has its own budget implications. Demographic changes at the beginning of the life cycle, birth rates, ripple through the entire system for decades. That's why accurate long-term forecasting is so critical. In scenario 0, our current reality, birth rates continue their decline. For an average German city of 100,000 inhabitants, we project only about 918 births per year. This leads to roughly 15 elementary schools, 175 classes, and significantly reduced secondary school enrollment. Over 25 years, the city would see only about 21,800 new workforce entrants. The implications are clear. Fewer students may allow some school consolidations, but we also risk underutilized facilities, teacher shortages in certain subjects, and a shrinking future workforce that will put extra pressure on the pension system. This scenario highlights the urgent need for proactive planning rather than waiting for crises to appear. Scenario 1 assumes the birth rate stays at the current average of 1.58 children per woman with steady immigration. For the average city, this means about 1,902 births annually. Projections show 30 elementary schools, 362 classes, 28 secondary schools, and 47,550 workforce entrants over 25 years. Growth is modest and predictable. The challenge is to gradually increase education budgets to avoid the overcrowding we already see in some regions. This scenario offers stability, but still requires consistent investment in teacher training, infrastructure maintenance, and workforce development programs. Scenario 2 is optimistic. Birth rate rises to 1.75, and net immigration increases by 50,000 people annually nationwide. The average city sees 2,168 new residents per year from births and migration. This translates to 35 elementary schools, 413 classes, 32 secondary schools, and 54,200 workforce entrants over 25 years. Higher demand brings opportunities for economic growth, but also requires major investments in new school buildings, teacher recruitment, and integration programs for immigrant families. Proactive budgeting here can turn demographic growth into a real strength for Germany's future. Scenario 3 shows a challenging future. Birth rate drops to 1.05 with minimal immigration. The average city would have only 1,275 births per year, leading to just 20 elementary schools, 243 classes, 19 secondary schools, and only 31,875 workforce entrants over 25 years. Schools may close or merge, especially in rural areas. Pension systems face greater strain, with fewer workers supporting more retirees. Strategic recommendations include smart resource reallocation, repurposing facilities, and policies to encourage higher birth rates or targeted immigration. Scenario 4 is the most dramatic, a birth rate explosion to 2.6 children per woman. The average city would see 3,133 births annually, requiring 50 elementary schools, 597 classes, 46 secondary schools, and a massive 78,325 workforce entrants over 25 years. This would demand urgent, large-scale infrastructure expansion, aggressive teacher recruitment, and major investments in higher education and vocational training. While exciting for long-term economic potential, the rapid pace creates immediate planning and funding challenges that must be addressed proactively. Comparing all 4 scenarios reveals clear patterns. Declining or stable births, scenarios 0 and 1, require efficient resource reallocation and consolidation. Growth scenarios 2 and 4 demand substantial new investments in schools and teachers. Workforce size varies dramatically, from 21,800 in the decline scenario to 78,325 in the explosion scenario, directly affecting future pension sustainability. Key strategic implications include flexible budgeting, cross-ministry data integration, regional collaboration, teacher recruitment programs, and policies that support families and managed immigration. Big data gives us the foresight. Now, policymakers must act on it. We've just explored Oliver Bodemer's powerful vision for data-driven public budgeting in Germany. By using big data and predictive modeling, we can move beyond reactive fixes and create truly sustainable education and pension systems for the next 25 years. The four scenarios show that demographic choices today will shape classrooms, workplaces, and retirement security for generations. Proactive, cross ministry, scenario based planning is no longer optional, it's essential. Thank you so much for watching this deep dive research presentation. If you found it valuable, please like, comment, and share it with anyone involved in public policy or planning. Subscribe for more research breakdowns and data driven insights. And if you'd like to support this channel and help us bring more high quality research to you, every contribution on Buy Me a Coffee makes a huge difference. Link is in the description. Until next time, stay curious, stay data driven, and let's build a better future together. Thank you.